Welcome to my channel. Here we solve technical drawing problems, and we also provide very important information that can help you to have a very good performance in your technical drawing examinations. If you are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and help me share my videos with your friends who are technical drawing students. Now I have this very important information to share with you as you are preparing for the next paper on geometrical drawing, that is paper 2, as you can see. So want to look at the 2023 WAEC marking guide for paper 2 on geometrical drawing. And we are going to be looking at question 1, which is about conversion of orthographic views into isometric block. Okay, so let's look at how the marks are awarded to the drawing. Okay, so here we have the marking guide, as you can see on the screen, and then we have the question that is given. So here we have the question here. This is the marking guide here, and here we have the question, as you can see here. Okay, so as we are told here that the sketch in the figure below shows a block in first angle projection, draw full size, the block in asymmetric projection, making X the lowest point. So these are the views that are given. This is the front elevation, this is the plan, and this is the end elevation. So these views are given in first angle projection as we are told here. So now let's look at the marking guide as it goes. There are major steps involved in the construction with allocated marks. Now, the purpose of doing this is to make you aware of what you are expected to do, and then for you to be able to know the marks that may be awarded to every part that you have to make when you come across a question like this in WAEC. So now, for the marks awarded to each part of the construction here, we have Roman figure 1 for drawing the block in asymmetric projection. 1.5 marks are awarded to it. So for you to draw this block like this, so 1.5 mark is awarded to it. Then for making X the lowest point, I've said it several times that whenever you have to make an isometric block, whether you are sketching or you are using instrument to draw it, it's very, very important that you indicate the lowest point X. You can see the marks awarded to that. So for it to make X the lowest point, 2 marks are awarded to that. Then for using the correct dimensions, the length is 130 millimeters, the width is 75 millimeters, and the height 75 millimeters, as you can see here. So coming here to this question, we have distance from here to here to be 130, and distance from here to here is 75, and distance from here to here is 75. So for making use of those dimensions as given to you, you are to be given, or you are to receive 1.5 marks. And then for drawing phase A, so this is phase A here. For drawing phase A, we have that 2 marks or 1.5 marks is awarded to that. 1.5 marks are awarded to that. And for drawing phase B, 2 marks. For drawing phase C, we have 1.5 marks. For drawing phase D, 2 marks. For drawing phase E, 1 mark. For drawing phase F, 1 mark. Then phase H, 1 mark. Phase J, 1.5 marks. And phase K, 1.5 marks. And for neatness and quality of lines, line work, 2 marks is awarded to that. So if you are able to get it done as you are instructed, so these are the marks that will be awarded to this work as if it is given to you. So the total marks here is 20 marks for any candidate that get it done right as instructed. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. That is for the marking guide on question 1 of 2023 WAEC geometrical drawing, that's paper 2. Now let's look at question 2. Let's look at question 2. So for question 2, we have question 2A, and then we are going to have question 2B. So question 2A, we have that construction of a triangle given the base, height and vertical angle. So we are to construct here a triangle when we are given the base, the height, and the vertical angle. So let's look at how the construction goes and also how they award mark to that construction. All right, so now this is the solution here. This is the marking guide. Okay, then we have the marks awarded to each steps taken. And this is the question. We have construct a triangle with the following specifications. Base length is 120, vertical angle is 60 degrees, and altitude is 50 millimeters. Then we are asked to measure and state the length of the other two sides of the triangle. Then coming here, we have the marking, and then we have the marks awarded to each part. So, and step one says that for drawing the base AB 120 millimeters, one mark is awarded to that. This is base AB. So 120, one mark is awarded to that. Therefore, constructing angle BAC, which is 60 degrees and also known as the vertical angle, one mark is awarded to that. So this is where we have the angle. We have the angle here, 60 degrees. And for erecting AD perpendicular to AC, so we have one mark awarded to that. For bisecting AB to meet AD at O, one mark is awarded to that. For drawing the circle center O using radius OA or OB, one mark is awarded to that. And for constructing EF parallel to AB, distance 50 millimeters apart to cut the circle at H and J, that is the altitude, one mark is awarded to that. For completing the triangle ABH or ABJ, one mark is awarded to that. And for measuring and stating the sides of the triangle, that is AH 136 and BH 51, 2 marks is awarded to that. And then for neatness and quality of line work, 1 mark is awarded to that. So the total marks given to this particular problem is 10 marks. So everything that you have said here, when you are doing your work, make sure you put everything in place for you to get the maximum mark out of this type of drawing. Okay, so that is question 2A. Now let's go and look at question 2B. Now, question 2B has to do with the construction of an exhaust pipe or gasket, construction of an exhaust gasket. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is the question given. Okay, as we are told here that the sketch below shows an exhaust pipe gasket. Draw full size, the given view showing all construction lines. So this is how it is given to us. So what they expect us to do is to replicate it. Okay, to replicate this figure, they make use of this different radius, and then we have to apply the principle of tangency in solving this problem. If you have seen most of the work that I've done on the application of the principles of tangency, so you should be able to do what is done here. So now let's look at how marks are awarded to the solution of this problem. And as you can see here, so for drawing 4 center lines, where are those 4 center lines? We have one here. This is one. That this vertical one is one, and this is another one, and this is another one. So that means we have 3 vertical center lines. Then we have 1 horizontal center lines. So 1 mark is awarded to that. Then for drawing circle diameter 88, that is this small circle here. So its diameter is 88, as you can see here in the given drawing. So for drawing that, 1 mark is awarded to that. And then for drawing circle diameter 116 millimeters, so which is the big circle. So the diameter of this big circle is 116 millimeters, and 2 marks are awarded to that. And then for drawing 2 circles diameter 25 each, 1 mark is awarded to that. So 2 circles diameter 25 each, this inner circle and this inner circle. So each of them has a diameter of 25 millimeters, and 1 mark is awarded for drawing that. Then we have here that for drawing 2 radii, R21 each, R21 each, 2 marks are awarded to that. So that is for drawing this semicircle here and also for drawing this semicircle. So they awarded 2 marks to that. So the radius of this semicircle is 21 millimeters. Then for drawing 4 arcs, radius 33 each, 2 marks are awarded to that. So 4 arcs, radius 33 each. So this arc here, this one, this arc here, and also this arc and this arc. So 2 marks are awarded to that. So as you can see them here, this is the radius 33. So for drawing these 4 arcs, they awarded 2 marks to that. And then for neatness and quality of lines, 1 mark is awarded to that. Okay, so 10 marks. This carries 10 marks. So plus they put 20 here. So that is plus the question A that we have talked about. So when you come across a work like this, please put in your effort to ensure that everything that will be awarded back is done by you. So just look at this and study it and make sure you get it done the way it is expected of you. Then let's look at the next one, which is question 3A. Says that construction of the locus of a point. Construction of locus of a point. We want to construct the locus of a given point. Let's look at how it goes. So this is the question that is given. As you can see here, the sketch below. The sketch below shows point M and N 50 apart. Point P moves such that its distance from M and N is always in the ratio of 2:1. So this is point M, this is point N, and this is point P. Okay, the distance between M and N is 50 millimeters. So we want to produce the locus of this point as it moves, as it rolls, or it moves like this. Okay, now this is the solution, so which is part of the marking guide. Then let's look at the marks awarded to each of the steps taken in solving this problem. So the first one says for locating MN as 50 millimeters and dividing in the ratio 2:1, 1 mark. So for locating point M and N and dividing it in 2:1, 1 mark is awarded to that. As you can see here, this line MN is divided into 2. So distance from M to this point here is in 2, is 2. So that means then distance from this point to point N is 1. Okay, then let's move on for drawing and identifying point P with a start up of any number that is 40 millimeters. 2 marks is awarded to that. Then for locating P0 at point 2, so they awarded 1 mark to that. For locating point P1 to P7 using the ratio 2:1 from M and N respectively, they awarded 3 marks to that. And then for joining the point and drawing the locus, 2 marks is awarded to that. And for neatness and quality of line work, 1 mark is awarded to that. So 10 marks is awarded to this to the solution of this problem. So that is for question 3A. Let's look at question 3B. So that has to do with joining of 3 points. So let's look at it. So as you can see here, this is the given diagram, and we are told here that the sketch below shows 2 points T, S, and drawn above 2 points T and S, drawn above line XY. We are asked to construct a circle to touch line XY and pass through point T and S. Then we're asked to measure and state the radius of the circle. So this is the solution here. And this solution, they gave 2 methods. I'm only showing you 1 method. So it's 2 methods that they used here. And when I solved this problem on my own, I didn't use the method they used because what I know is that there's a particular way that we can connect 3 points. If what I did in my own solution, I connected point T with S, then I join S together with a point. I think there's a particular point here. So where I join this S, then I form a triangle in which I bisect two sides of the triangle. Then I was able to draw a circle that touches the 3 point, the point T, point S, and also touch this point on the straight line. So that's the method I used for my own. But when I saw this guide, my marking guide, and I saw the way they did it, well, I know that if I was a candidate that wrote that exam, I cannot score 0. I can't score 0. That's not possible, even if I don't use the method they use. But I still make sure the circle touches the point and also touches the straight line XY. But let's look at the marks awarded to each steps taken in solving this problem. Here we have for drawing line XY, half mark. For locating points S and T correctly, 1 mark. For joining TS and extending to cut XY at C, 1 mark. For making SC to be equal to CA, that is half mark. For constructing a semicircle on TA, they awarded 1 mark to that. For erecting a perpendicular at C to cut the semicircle at B, 1 mark is awarded to that. Then for making CD to be equal to CB, they awarded 1 mark to that. For erecting a perpendicular at D, half mark. For bisecting TS and drawing the bisector to the perpendicular from D to O, 1 mark. For drawing the circle, making O the center and OD the radius, that is half mark is awarded to that. For measuring and stating the radius of the circle, that is, we have R is equal to 35 plus or minus 1. Whenever you're asked to measure to measure and state the distance of a line of points on in technical drawing, you have to write in this form. So 1 mark is awarded to that. Then for neatness and quality of line work, 1 mark is awarded to that. So 10 marks goes to 10 marks go for this for the solution of this problem. Okay, now let's look at the next one, which is question 4. And this has to do with the construction of the locus of a point. Let's see. All right, so this is the given diagram, and this is the statement made about the solution about this problem. As we are told here that the sketch below shows a circle of diameter 40 positioned at 45 degrees to the horizontal center line of another circle diameter 140. Plot locus of the point P as the smaller circle rolls over the circumference of the bigger circle for 1 revolution. So this is the solution in the marking guide, as you can see here. But let's look at the steps taken as the awarded mark to each step that are taken here. Then we have that for drawing the circle diameter 140, 1.5 mark. For drawing OP at 45, that's 1.5 mark. Then for drawing the rolling circle and dividing into 12 equal parts, 2 marks. For laying the division of the rolling circle on the big circle, we have it to be 2 marks. That is 2 marks is awarded to that. Then for drawing radial lines with O as center to pass through the divisions on the big circle, 2 marks is awarded to that. For drawing 7 arcs from the divisions on the rolling circle, 2 marks. For plotting the points using the radius of the rolling circle, 3 marks. Then for joining the point to obtain the epicycloid, that is 4 marks awarded to that. For neatness and quality of line, we also have 2 marks awarded to that. So in total, the total mark awarded to the solution of this problem is 20 marks. So do not forget that the purpose of sharing the marking guide with you is for you to know what to do or what to put in the work for you to obtain or for you to get maximum marks in your work when it comes to this examination body. Okay, this is the end. I really appreciate you. So thank you and God bless you. Let's keep on practicing. Thank you.